Hi, Soul Family. Well, I tried to have a bit of a nap. I passed out, so I must have slept a little bit. My head is still pounding, and it wasn't very long, but I'm back. I'm a lot better than I was, And I got to tell you, Lily was a brat. She freaking screamed at me and screamed at me and screamed at me, and I said, no, that is enough. I'm not doing this with you anymore. I'm not. You want to speak to me, you come up to me. You know how to crawl up on my lap. You know how to come to me. I'm available to you. I'm done with the games. I'm done with you demanding attention in the middle of the night, keeping me awake. It's not okay. So she started to come to me, and she sat on my lap, and I hugged her, and I pet her, and she calmed down. I went to lay down. She did it again. I'm just like, all right. I'm just like, dude, you're going in another room. I've just put my foot down. It's enough. It's like with people in your life, They don't show up. They can't take your energy. If they're not there for you, there's not a, they need to come to you. You can't read people's minds, and they need to come to you. And it's inappropriate to behave in that manner. It's immature. It's not acceptable. So I'm getting that message loud and clear. I'm just not putting up with it myself at all. So how are you guys doing? It's a beautiful day out there. Gorgeous day. I wish that I had not lost my entire day because of Lily. It was beautiful. But I don't know. Lessons, I guess, eh? Mercury retrograde's been kicking so many people's ass. It's just unbelievable. Walking down memory lanes, and a friend of mine had something really cool happen. She had a birthday. These little guys, two little guys, were eating cake, and as she was filming, it's Kaylee, an angel orb flew by, and it was definitely an angel orb. She said, "Is it what I think?" And I said, "Absolutely." It was large, and it floated by very soft. It was a very gentle energy. I felt it was a female, someone that she loved, and I felt a grandma, and she said it was probably my mom, and I said, well, that would make sense, because I'm looking at the little kids thinking it's a grandma. So it was somebody making their presence known. It was pretty nice. That was a beautiful thing to see. So we're working with the wisdom of the House of Night. Deceit. Oh, no kidding. Like, I don't know this. So there's somebody who's deceptive in your life. There's somebody being deceitful. They could be talking about you behind your back. Or they're just not showing themselves as they really are. Which is not okay. Which is what I just said. So right now, Spirit is asking you to be very careful about the choices that you make and what your motives are in making your choices. Because there's one, and if it's you or someone else, that has compromised themselves and everyone that loved them. They've betrayed themselves. They were not honorable. As I said, there's a warning. Someone may be stabbing you in the back, gossiping about you behind your back. And also, whatever the betrayal is, whatever the deceit is, there is karma that follows it for anyone. And it doesn't matter why you do what you're doing. There is a price to pay. You may have good intentions, but when you are deceptive and deceitful, you will reap the consequences of it. So you know how much it's going to cost you. Only you will know what it costs in the end. As I said, if you are hiding your intentions, and you are, as I said, I've got somebody watching me. They're pretending to be somebody other than they are. I know who they are, and I'm not accepting it. And they will absolutely, I am walking away from them. They will lose me. I don't want that. I accept lying. I don't accept deception. So, also, right now, maybe there's someone in your life that is wanting you to betray another, or wanting you to be deceptive or deceitful in some manner. They could be charming in the way they ask you to do it, but you have to be careful. Be very, very careful. You will have karma revisit you. And it's funny because somebody said, "Oh, she chants karma, karma." I'm just giving you the facts. It's just the facts. You don't escape it, and it doesn't necessarily come back from where you send it out, but it does come back around. Everything is cyclical. Especially we're in Mercury retrograde. I guarantee you, it's coming back on you. So, Spirit says it's okay if there is someone that's being deceptive in your presence, someone who is doing something that's malicious, maligning you, lying, stabbing you behind your back, talking about you, gossiping you. Spirit will allow you to see who it is, just like they showed me who it was. I knew who it was all along, but I needed to have proof, and I've gotten it. And they won't allow it to continue. It will be allowed to continue for a while because it might be your lesson. It might be that you've been given enough signs, but you didn't want to believe it. Or there was some lesson in it for you that needed to be learned, but it will not be allowed to continue. So Spirit is basically saying not to worry, because Spirit is stronger than the one who is being deceitful. Someone that is talking to you on the internet pretending to be a man and it's a woman. Somebody who's talking to you on the internet that is a woman pretending to, or is a man pretending to be a woman, or a woman pretending to be a man, or there's a lot of that going on. So be very careful with who you interact with on the internet and with the private information that you give out to people. People aren't always, working in your highest good. I'm bringing sexy back. So there's a message right there. They may bring it about in a way, people may be doing something in a way that's inappropriate, and yet they use their sexuality or their your desire, your love for them to manipulate you. And I personally won't allow it. And Spirit will step in. So you can bring sexy back all you want, but the door's going to be slammed in your face. That's what I got to say. Credit for neutrality on all levels. Rigid. All right, so there's a couple messages to rigid. See the crow. The first thing I see when I see the crow is walk your walk, talk your talk. If you want honesty in your life, you need to be honest. Okay, that's the first thing because of the message that we just got. But you see this crow on this brick wall or this rock wall. And what they're showing you, it could be a raven. If somebody has built up a wall, it's their own issue. It's their own personal way of protecting themselves. And like they're keeping you out. So Spirit's saying, don't feel hurt. Don't take it personally. Sometimes it does hurt when somebody tries to push us away, but they're dealing with their own issues. And that's how they cope, by putting up a wall. You may never get that wall down. They will have to take that wall down themselves. Another message is asking you to be a little bit more flexible. Maybe you're too rigid. This wall, that you're just too stiff. You need to be a little bit more like a weeping willow instead of a palm tree, Go with the flow. Move a little bit. Also, that's telling you that if you're the one that's put this wall up, you need to stop being so rigid and drop your guard. Knock a couple of those bricks off that wall there, those rocks off the wall, so you can see a little bit more clearly. Because right now, you're not seeing. If you're unwilling to let other people into your life, you're going to live a life of isolation and deal with whatever it is. You won't have the benefits of having the positive energy into your life if you are keeping everyone out. Because maybe you've put up a wall in order to protect yourself, and that was valid. That's something you should, because remember, we've got someone who's being deceptive, somebody who's being deceitful and who's been manipulating and has hurt you possibly. So you've put up a wall, but that doesn't mean that's everybody. And just because somebody else has been this way doesn't mean that everyone's going to be that way. So Spirit's asking for you to take your own wall down and allow these ones in. Also, maybe you're just a little bit too suspicious, right? Spirit says, yes, there's somebody that's deceptive, somebody that's doing, but it doesn't mean that you have to go around expecting the whole world to be after you. They're going to take care of it. They're going to bring it to your attention. They're going to let you know. So ask Spirit, highlight it for me. Who in my life is being deceptive? And is it hurting me? Is it something that's going on that I need to address, or is it something that I need to walk away from? Please highlight it. Put a big red stop sign on this person in my life. Go nowhere with that one, so I can extricate myself from the energy. I can cut cords with this individual. I'm cutting cords right now. Cut cords, cut cords, cut cords. Cut cords with my spiritual twin. Cutting cords with, anyone you cut cords with, you cut cords of dysfunction. They're not cords of love. Cords of love can never be cut, so never worry about cutting cords. As I said, Johnny Booth has a cutting cord meditation that I love. Johnny Booth, cutting cord and shielding meditation on YouTube. You can find it. I post it often. It's an awesome one. And you can simply also just say, I'm asking you to cut cords with this person. All cords. And the way I say it is past, present, future in all dimensions of realities. Because there are altered realities happening. There are cords from the past, and we don't even want to go into the future with this energy. So it could be karmic cords, Please cut any cords that I am unaware of that are wrapped around me. There could be the deceptive one, that deceitful person. Could be attached to somebody else in your life. It could be, maybe it's not somebody that's your personal friend or loved one. It could be someone in their life that's deceptive and is manipulating. So you're going to ask that those cords be cut so that the interaction between you and the loved one in your life can become more free. Right? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Come on. Trapped. We've had this one recently, so I'm not going to speak about it too long. You ever see this raven? This raven is a shapeshifter. He's magical. And he's keeping himself inside that cage because that cage door is open. It's open. So right now, you are trapped. You feel trapped. I can't move. I can't get out of here. I can't do this. I can't. It's kind of like that, you know, when I'm talking about saying positive affirmations. If you're constantly saying negative, your body starts to believe it. Your mind believes it. You fake it until you make it. I can. I will. I am. I will. I am able. You know, is it, do you actually feel that you can't do what others expect you to do? Is there expectations that you feel that others have of you and you can't stand up to those or uphold them? Because a lot of times the expectations that are out there are expectations that we have of ourselves. It's not even of what others have of us, right? Are you feeling like you're never going to get what you want? It's never going to work out for me. Well, keep saying that and it won't, right? Spirit is saying you're the one that's you're keeping yourself in this it's a mental prison. It isn't even real. That cage door is open. You're just hanging out. You're chilled in that gilded cage. Do you need that gilded cage? Is that what's holding you in? Right? Is it your lifestyle possibly that needs to change? Because your circumstances will change and you will be able to move forward in the life and lead the life that you wish to if you make a move. You're the one that's not moving. You're the one that's telling yourself you can't do it. Right? You're conflicted. Conflicted is when your mind and your heart are not working in unison. And those red flags that pop up are just to let you know that your thinking is out of alignment. So when you start paying attention to what your heart is saying and start telling your ego mind to shut up, because your ego mind only knows what happened yesterday. It doesn't know what's coming tomorrow. We get a glimpse. I get a glimpse with my dreams, but there is free will involved, right? And it could be every single time this happens, this is what happens. I've tried this in relationships before. I've tried this in business before. It's never worked for me, you know? But that was in the past. And every person is a different situation. And also each person changes as time moves forward. So even what could have been different in the past may not be that way this time, right? So maybe it's you that needs to try an alternative approach. Doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. So stop doing what you've been doing. If you've been turning left, turn right. If you've been reaching out, stop reaching out. If you have not reached out, reach out. But Spirit's telling you it's about acting for you. It's about you taking... Are you an actor? Have you been acting? Have you been pretending to be someone else that you're not? Knock it off. Right? Knock it off. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, because I'm had enough. You see it now? I got the eye of the tiger. I'm a fighter, and I'm dancing through the fire, and you're going to hear me roar louder than a lion, because I am a champion. This girl's a tiger. This girl talking to you, she's a tiger. Are you? Open up your mouth and roar and let them know. I'm not your patsy, right? I'm not here to be manipulated. I'm not your victim. I am no victim. I have been hunted, I've been watched, but I've learned, and now I watch you, and I am no victim, right? That's what you say. Step into your own personal power. Let's get real here. Summon. Here we go. Summon your power. Summon your inner courage, your strength. You have it. We all have the ability. All of this starts with the words that you tell yourself, the positive affirmations. If you have to go out and get an affirmation book or go online and order yourself one of those calendars that you tear off every day, a positive affirmation, and sit it on your desk until you start believing that you have your own power and that you are able to communicate with Spirit and you are able to work in unison with Spirit. Now is the time to do it. Now is the time for you to connect to your higher self. Connect to your Father. Connect to your angels. Meditate. Do some kind of a ritual. Whatever it might be. It's a ritual to me is a intention And it's like today, my girlfriend said about bringing in money. Now, this is just you may say, oh, this is a witch's spell. No, it's intention. Peppermint, white peppermint oil on the back of a door, the door that faces into your house to bring in money. And I laugh, but I said, I'm into rituals. I get that. Because to me, it's just the act of doing something with an intention. Just because there's peppermint oil on my door doesn't mean all of a sudden I'm going to get a bunch of calls. But if I believe that I am wiping down the door and I'm freshening the door to my house, freshening up with peppermint, I'm waking it up, right? And that will draw positive energy into my house, which will bring abundance to me. It will happen because that's what I believe and that's what I'm calling in. So whatever it is that you want, your next step needs to be considered carefully. Don't take this lightly. It's very, very powerful. You have the power to summon your courage, your strength, your highest self, your entire team. Take a deep breath in. Wait for your sign before you act. But when you get your sign, act. Get in touch with your inner magic before you make a move. Okay, so we're going to ask for one more card. Curious to see if you get this sign. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I can hear the radio, but so that I get my messages, but I don't want it interrupting the reading, and I don't want to. I can hear it just slightly, but it's enough not to distract me. So here's this one, that song about you know who you are. I'll be goddamned, standing at my door. Stayed up in the city until the stars lost the war. So this someone's been hiding out. Take me to your level. Show me the one I need the most. I wish I knew you when I was young. This one is wanting to come forward, is recognized. Someone from the past. I wish I knew you when I was young. But now here we are, after all this time. Right? This is the one that's supposed to act. This is the one that's summoning his courage or her courage. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Let's see if this is your sign. Interesting. So someone is supposed to act, and the rest of us are supposed to remain invisible. This has a lot to do with the same person on the wall, right? The one that put up the wall. Because it's the same kind of message. You see this one looking into the mirror. She could literally step into that mirror and disappear and not be seen again. This shapeshifter. So what's going on here is there's two messages. We have someone who's being deceitful and deceptive and manipulative and lying in our presence, right? So right now, with that, Spirit's asking you to step back. Not everyone has the ability to recognize who you are for what you are. They don't see you, right? They're so full of their own story and their own fears and confusion and issues that they don't even recognize who you are in their life or what they have standing in front of them. But it doesn't matter because the ones who do see you, they're the ones who are of importance. So step aside from the ones who don't know who you are and who haven't figured you out and who don't treat you with respect. Because the ones who are important are the ones that are on your soul's path. Again, another message is, you may be the one, because of the deceptive, manipulating practices that are in your around you right now, that Spirit is asking you to remain in the shadows. Stay hidden. This isn't the time. We got this yesterday about the observer, remember? This isn't the time to tell and show everybody your truth. This isn't you that's been deceptive and manipulative. This is somebody who is being maligned, somebody who has had deception happening in their life, and you're aware of it. You are the one who is meant to be invisible right now. It will protect you so you can observe and you're not vulnerable. So just sit back and watch what's going on. Watch what they do. Don't act until you see what they're doing. Maybe you're this person who feels like you're invisible. Nobody sees me. I don't belong here. I don't fit in this crowd. So many of us spiritual people feel that way. But Spirit says, I see you. I believe in you. I love you. I trust you. I have faith in you. I'm going to do one more because these are quick ones. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Correct neutrality on all levels. High Priestess of Air. So this is, the High Priestess is, she's very spiritual. She's connected. Or he. Air is words. Okay? So when the High Priestess of Air comes forward, this is about using your brain, using your intellect, your intuition before you speak. Right? Before you act. We just were shown that. Wait for the sign, use your head, figure it out before you act. This is about rational thought. Think before you act. Right now, when the Priestess of Air comes forward, because she's the High Priestess of communication, the ability for you to communicate right now is heightened. You will be heard, and you will find the words. This is the time for you to have a reasonable conversation with someone. Spirit's been saying that. It's time for you to find your voice and speak. But you need to make calculated decisions. You need to act. You need to figure things out. You need to have a plan. And you need to move forward. So, we're going to ask for another. And this is the last one. And if Spirit doesn't give us a clear-cut message, you will get a sign from Spirit in another way. But this is a time for you to speak. So maybe what you need to just do is sit back, talk to Spirit, help me find the words. What is it that I want to say? How am I going to approach this? How am I going to do this? Right? Interesting. Okay, so how you're going to do this is you're going to go into meditation. So first of all, number 7. It's the only number that jumped up. I know we got number 6. 6 is telling you, don't be so focused on material concerns. Lift your thoughts to Spirit and you will be guided on your illuminated path and you will be taken care of. 7 means you are on the right path. You're absolutely on the right path and the outcome will exceed your expectations. So don't worry. And Spirit is all around you. These are your guides and your heavenly brothers and sisters and your angels and archangels that are all around you. So you can rest. You can rest assured, is what I'm getting, that you are being guided and taken care of. You're on the right path. We've got your back. No worries. Never worry. Look at all the love, the color of the heart chakra, bright, loving energy. And look at the sacral chakra here, the seat of creativity and sexual energy. Very, very prominent, right? There's also very grounded energy around here. I've got prickles in my right hand right now, so this is a very important message. They all are, but this specifically is because Spirit's going to help you find the answer to the question that you're asking. Okay? You are never alone. Things are never isolated. Everything is connected in strange ways that you can't even imagine. You can't see it, but Spirit knows how to weave things together, connect things so that you will get your answers. And you will be able to see how you're supposed to act, the path you're meant to take. So there may be a meaningful coincidence. That's a synchronistic event. It isn't a coincidence. It's literally designed by Spirit, where something will happen. Say you're standing there talking to someone and somebody else walks up and makes a comment to you and boom, there's your answer. Or you are, nudged to go a certain place. You go there, you walk in and bang, you walk into someone you're meant to see. Or you meet someone who meets someone who meets someone who connects to someone else who knows the perfect job for you. Oh my God, I know somebody who's totally into this. Oh, are you kidding me? I have a friend who wants to move here. Yes, and you like cats? You've got no problem with cats? Oh my God, I've got to call her and let her know. That's what Spirit does. That's why we don't have to stress, right? No matter what it is that's in front of you right now, Spirit is working for you, with you, because Spirit is here to work with us. We call Spirit to work for us. That's their job. We work for Spirit, but they work for us. It's a team effort. We are on each other's team. Something very, very important is in front of you right now. It's brewing. I'm surprised we didn't see the osprey today. I saw his picture, though. And the osprey says there's important information pending. But something very, very important. You're going to know what it is soon. You don't know what it is right now, and Spirit's not giving us he's not letting me know, because for each person it's going to be something different. Spirit's keeping it a secret. They're keeping a secret. Why? So what is brewing right now? This. They'll let you have this. Why is it happening? That's going to be a secret right now. Sometimes we have to go through something in order to make us stand. Sometimes our buttons get pushed. And when our buttons get pushed, our higher self comes out. And that's why it happened. We don't know until we look back in retrospect. But Spirit is saying right now, you may step forward. Yes. You're the one maybe that's been trying to figure it out, right? You're trying to, how am I supposed to do this? You're telling me to act. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to say. We'll help you find the words. Sometimes you got to just go there, and the words will come when you open your mouth. But right now, Spirit's saying it's time to move forward. So there you go. You will be guided. You're being encouraged to move forward without knowing. Sometimes we need to make choices before something actually occurs. I often get that. I will get things that I can't prove to you. I can't prove them to you physically, but I've been shown in my dreams. I've been shown in my messages. I know. I'm a clairvoyant. I'm a clairaudient. I'm a clairsentient. I'm a psychic. I'm a medium. I'm a channel. I've got so many different ways that I'm a shaman. That Spirit comes to me that I know what they're saying to me, and I may not be able to explain it to you, but I know it. And so it's there in the spiritual world, in a high altered reality. Like I live in the fifth dimension, and that's where my answer was, and my post of where I meant to go, my guidepost, right? But what I don't see it in the 3D world. I'm meant to make decisions on this choice or that choice when it hasn't even been laid out in front of me in the physical, but it has in the spiritual, because that is how we create our own destiny. I see this. I make this choice. This is my choice. This is where I'm moving forward. This is what I'm going to do. Before it even happens, I've had example after example that I've shared with you guys on my page. I don't know if you've watched, about where I've actually made choices way before anything ever happened. I made a choice about something, and it didn't occur for a year later. But because of the choice I made, that's why it came to be, because I set things in motion. Sometimes things don't happen immediately. They take a little while to unfold, but it's your choices that cause it to happen. You'll see it when you look back, and you'll be just like, wow, you're amazed. That's how Spirit works with us. Sweet dreams, everyone. I love you.